Well, hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here, DripX, as you can see. Successful launch, in my opinion. We're going to go over how to mine and how to stake on the platform in this video. So it won't be too long because, again, it's pretty straightforward, not too difficult at all. And yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in. Of course, I want to start off by saying that I am not a financial advisor. Never take anything I say as financial advice. If you're going to get into DripX or anything we talk about, please do your own research and due diligence and only put in what you can afford to lose, guys. Risk capital only. These platforms, including DripX, carry a certain degree of risk. So if you're going to get in, that'll be okay with that risk, guys. Okay. So again, risk capital only. Also follow me on Telegram. I will leave a link for that down below. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the little bell icon so you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. So DripX launched earlier today around 1 p.m. Um, the site, probably went live at around 1:15 p.m., something like that. But it was pretty smooth, once it went live, with a little, minor glitches here and there, nothing really major. And yeah, it was surprisingly very smooth. I've been in a lot of launches in my day. I've never had one go this smooth. A lot of times they get pushed back an hour or two or three or four or a whole day. This one went pretty smooth. I was pleasantly surprised. In any case, it's day one. With these protocols, you want to get in on day one. Not that it wouldn't be good opportunity on day two or three or four or five, but again, getting in on day one, again, you're going to be rewarded for getting in early. Of course, that's where you incur the most risk. But again, the flip side of that is most risk you're taking on, bigger the opportunity for gains. And if you're on this channel, probably interested in big gains. So, get in, right? Get in. You can see here there's what is that, 15 hours left in day one. Then as time goes on, it gets less, I don't want to say it gets less and less profitable because that's not necessarily the case. But again, all of that just to say that it's the best opportunity is to get in on day one, right? So this is a dummy account. I have this wallet here. This isn't my main account or anything like that. But we'll go over all these different tabs. Now, again, if you want to mine, right? If you want to mine the DripX token, you need BNB. Okay, so if you remember my video earlier today, this is what I showed you. You need to have BNB because you're going to use BNB to get miners to mine DripX, very much like TitanX, right? Again, this is a totally different platform. Well, I mean, very similar, but again, it's a different platform. That one's on Ethereum. This one's on Binance Smart Chain. But again, over there, you need Ethereum to get virtual miners so you can mine TitanX. Over here, you use BNB to get miners, virtual miners to mine DripX. And by the way, your miners are actually NFTs that you could potentially give away to people in your community, that sort of thing. So that's going to be a pretty cool feature as well. I think that's unique to DripX. But anyway, you need to have BNB to get the virtual miners to mine DripX. So here you can choose. There's two things here that you can choose from. There's the duration, right? 280 days. And again, you can play around with this. You can toggle it over to however long you want your you want to mine for. So for example, if you want to mine for 10 days, you can see here, here's the estimated ROI percentage at the end of the miner, right? Um, and then if you stretch this out all the way to 280 days, look at this, 284,000%, right, at the end of the miner. So again, I'm not telling you, how long to set it for. You got to figure that out for yourself. And again, if you want to set up a single stake, or not a stake, a single, miner, you can do that. If you want to set up various ones or have a ladder type of strategy, you can do that as well. Okay. So again, this is a platform where longer pays better. You guys know how that works, right? So again, figure out the time period as far as how long you want your virtual miner to run for. So for example, here, if you, let's say you set it for 45 days, right? And again, I'm just, playing around with this, right? You'll see here, what the estimated ROI percentage is at the end of the mine. And of course, that's going to change. It fluctuates. Don't hold that to, it's not going to stay like this, right? So that's going to change from day to day, right? But you can kind of get an idea of, the longer you do it for, the more the percentages. You can also play around with the power. Okay. You can see here as you play around with the power, the numbers do change here on the estimated ROI. So you got to figure that out for yourself, right? What will happen is, of course, you need to have BNB in your wallet. You're going to click on create, and then you can set and you can get a single miner. Now, if you want to do a batch, you can do 2, right, all the way to 8, right? So if you want to, instead of, if you want to just kind of not really press for time, but if you don't want to sit there and do a bunch of single ones, you can come in here and do a batch, um, set it up, set all the parameters up, click on create right here, and then you can go ahead and get a bunch of miners at one shot, right? So what'll happen is once you do that, you'll be able to click on over here to where it says manage miners, and then all your miners will show up. You can see the estimated cost, the estimated market value, the potential ROI. Then you can track it, and then later you'll be able to claim, once they run their duration, right? Here you can track the claimable miners, the ones that are ended. Of course, in this account, not really seeing anything because I haven't set up any miners, but this is where you'll be able to track it, right? Again, very simple. Again, to mine, you need BNB. Now, the other tab right here is stake, right? Now, if you want to stake, you need to have DripX, right? You need to have DripX. Now, in order for you to get DripX tokens, you need to have wrapped drip, okay? Now, I talked about earlier, you can use AIDrip.xyz, and you can get wrapped drip. A couple ways you can do that. You can use, fresh drip to do that. Or if you have OG drip, right, the original drip, you can also use that and swap it out for wrapped drip. Once you get you some wrapped drip, you can go to Pancake Swap, right? Or you can go right on the website where it says buy DripX. And essentially it's the same, it's Pancake Swap, but they embedded it here. So same thing, right? And then you can use, your you can you can get your DripX right here. Let's see here. By the way, this is what DripX is doing right now, looking really, really good. Of course, again, these numbers are going to change. It's day one, but pretty neat, right? 3,884% growth over the last 24 hours. Yeah, it's I'm just kind of it's mind-boggling, isn't it? But yeah, DripX doing its thing right now. So anyway, let me go back here, right? So you go here, not to go off on a tangent, but you go here, you put in how much DripX you wanna stake, and then here the minimum is 28 days. Okay. Of course, you can go more than that. The minimum is 28 days. So what you'll do is you'll put in your DripX, you'll stake, and then here is where you'll be able to track and look at your stakes and, of course, your effective share rate, all that stuff. You'll be able to track all that stuff right here. Okay. And again, that's it. That's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. So again, you need to have DripX to stake, and you need to have BNB to get these virtual miners. Now, here's the buy and burn. So again, you can look at the buy and burn right here. It says here buy and burn V2, buy and burn V1. Here, there's already a little bit over $500,000. And then over here, the buy and burn balance is 847,000. So yeah, well over $1 million, right? Here in the buy and burn tab. So yeah, health looks pretty good as well. So again, it's day one. We're gonna see how this plays out, guys. Okay. Again, if you're gonna get into this thing, not that it's a bad opportunity to get into on day 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, right? But of course, with these protocols, you want to get in on day one. A lot of you guys missed the opportunity to get in on day one on TitanX or on Drip, right? OG Drip. You missed those opportunities. here you have the opportunity to get in on day one with DripX. So yeah, so far so good. It's very interesting to watch this thing grow. Again, the community is, pretty solid. A lot of the DripX community is, people that are coming from the Drip community. So again, you have some OG members of the Drip community. You have members that did really well, but at the same time, you have members that maybe got in the back end or on the tail end of OG Drip, and they're looking to make something happen with the drip that they have. And again, you're kind of leveraging both sides of the community there with this. So again, totally different protocol, right? Again, we're the only reason why we reference OG Drip is again the community. A lot of the members that are coming in on DripX are people that were from the OG Drip community. They're sitting on bags of drip and now they can do something with it. Um, but yeah, it's a totally different protocol. And for some people, that's a really good thing. Like I said in my other video, this is not Forex Shark's project. This is a totally different team. And some people love Forex, right? He's very polarizing. Some people love Forex. I, for one, he's made me a lot of money. So I have no problems with Forex whatsoever. But there's people, again, people who probably got in on the tail end of OG Drip who maybe feel some type of way about him. And somebody left a comment saying, yeah, this is why this is a great project because Forex is not involved. So I mean, it's funny, right? Either way, right? You're kind of getting different perspectives based on when people got in, right? So um, yeah, going off on a tangent there, but yeah, this looks pretty good. We're gonna see how this plays out. A lot of people who got in on TitanX at the very, very early stages, especially in the beginning, they made a killing, right? Um, Will that be the same over here? We'll see. We'll see. All I know is that I've been in this space for a long, long time, and people who get in at the beginning of things are always in a much better position than people who get in late to things, right? This is crypto. So again, when it comes to crypto, especially these protocols, early bird gets the worm, right? If you can get in early and you can, if you have the means to, go in, you're probably in a much better position than people who, jump in on the tail end. So, yeah, it's a good opportunity, guys. Again, it's a a solid team, very early in the game, and lots of excitement for sure. Um, lots of buzz when it comes to this particular protocol. So, yeah, I'll leave a link down below if you want to check this out. I'll also leave a link to the white paper if you want to go through that. And yeah, we'll give you some updates as we continue our journey with this one. It should be a fun ride for sure. So follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, guys, do your own research and due diligence and only put in what you can afford to lose, guys. Risk capital only. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.